Alright. Now we've got some of things sorted through here. Again, I'm very pleased with how this is going so far. I installed these trapdoors so that I don't run off the side of the stairs here, and it also doesn't make a lot of, I don't know, it doesn't obstruct the view on this side, but I'm very pleased with this little thing. I tried to incorporate trapdoors earlier into the build to try and frame out the piece downstairs, but it really wasn't working, but I think it works here. Also, I like that I can kind of peek out some of these windows now. Before, I wasn't able really to. So, just a little peek. I've also been farming these trees because you never have enough wood, that's true, but my concern was running out of saplings. The downside of an automatic tree farm, where all the trees kind of grow up in a line, is that you lose a lot of the leaves, which means you lose a lot of the saplings. But I think I've solved it for now by having a limited number, and then if I actually need wood, I go ahead and burn through some of my supply. I'll show you over here what that looks like. I have a significant number of saplings at this point. I mean, I don't know, enough. I definitely have enough seeds for if something were to go horribly wrong. So I've been using all of the seeds into this composter. And then over here, I'll bone meal the ground and allow things to grow. Then I just water bucket them down and harvest whatever's left. That's how I've been acquiring all of my very nice flowers. Now, in terms of food eating, I have been eating pretty much raw beetroots. I know you can make them into stew, but it kind of takes up a lot of inventory space, which is kind of inconvenient. But these give off a lot of seeds compared to how much I can burn through eating, which means I can get my goals of flowers sooner. And because cornflowers seem to be incredibly rare, I just need a lot of bone meal. I don't know why cornflowers are so rare. At least where I live, we get blue flowers all the time. You can't stop them from growing. They just grow on the sides of roads. I mean, we also get pink and white and a whole bunch of other colors. But, I don't know, blue's pretty common. Many people consider them weeds. Whereas, like, here in Minecraft, we get a lot of, like, red flowers, I feel like, more than blue flowers anyway. And I never really see red flowers outside of, like, artificially grown. Like, yellow, we get dandelions and stuff. And everybody has dandelions. They just kind of pop up. I mean, this maybe could be like Queen Anne's lace or something. We don't really have these. Oh, we do get daisies, though. Like, little wild daisies that grow in clusters. So, they're not that far off. But we don't really get natural roses. At least where I live. It may have something to do with the biome I'm in. I know this is like a plains. I live more deciduous forest kind of area. You see what I mean? I get all of those seeds to go through that composter, and then I can just eat a bunch of beetroot. And I have enough beetroot, so it's like fine. But I don't want to burn through like my apples or my chicken yet. Speaking of chickens, trying to get enough eggs from these guys is not easy. Now I know what you're gonna say. You've got a bunch of cornflowers here. Why don't you pick those? Because I don't want to. I want my natural flower generation to be around. It's really that simple. Well, you should not go far. Okay, maybe you will. And I don't know what to do with all these bees yet. I know long term I'd like to make candles, but getting them might be kind of difficult. Especially because in a mob spawner you don't really get spiders. Now I do have that mine shaft, which does give me spiders, but I haven't found a way to really farm them the same way I would other mobs, which makes them kind of difficult to use, or just obtain in general. As I don't really want to burn through all my armor, especially after I've gone through all the effort of dyeing it, you know? Which I get is like kind of my fault, but like, it's pretty, it's nice, I deserve nice things. I mean, at least a little bit, I guess. Yeah, this is why this one area doesn't have a lot of flowers in it. Because I keep using it as kind of a machine. I get there's probably a redstone way to automate this, but I don't have the resources right now. I don't even know that I have redstone to do that. Aha! Another cornflower. Which means I can get rid of the blue dye, which means I can restore a little bit of lapis back to my storage. Yeah, I think the cornflowers will look a little more delicate and a little less clumpy long term. But I just wanted to share with you guys the vision a little bit because, I don't know, I like the vision. And this wall I was able to like, throw some flowers up, make it all look pretty. I don't really know what I'm going to do down here yet. It's such a practical area that I hesitate to really mess with it much. I could certainly move like my storage to be down towards the underground, but I definitely want to keep my house as my main base. And if I move my storage system, I just won't be going there as frequently. I'd be tempted to move my bed, then this would be purely decorative, and I want it to be a functional space. Kind of walking that line between functional and art is really hard. Like up here, obviously, this space serves as, you know, a little bit of bed, a little bit of storage. I mean, I don't really write things here because I don't even have ink sacs for a book and quill yet. Plus, like, what would I write? Yeesh. Low-key, I think I'd like to put like a barrel here or something for farming stuff long term, but I don't. Trying to get this to be a functional space is definitely difficult for me. Like, the outside's cute as button for now. I would wish to turn this into, I don't know, maybe a porch swing long term, get a little chains from the nether. It'd be cute. But for now, it's just so practical to have this. Like, long term, I don't want to have a beehive sitting on the floor. I'd like to put it over with the other beehive. So if I did get serious about getting some honey, it wouldn't be a problem. But I just stress over, I don't know, making things function and do all the things I want them to do. Obviously here we're a little limited on space, especially here on the surface, so I'm trying to keep the surface to be pristine and pretty and delightful, because honestly, Minecraft Underground has almost infinite space in this challenge, so it can kind of serve as a whatever space, you know? Like, it doesn't have to be pretty. Down there's where I mine, over here's my portal, over here's my mob spawner. Just getting things to be strictly as functional as possible is just kind of the deal here. And so to juxtapose such a functional space, I feel a need for, like, oh, what a pretty little area. I got all my flowers. It's dainty. I don't really have creepers that, like, walk around up here. It's generally well lit. I have a nice little area. Maybe one day I could make, like, a dock. Anyway, I'd like to make a dock or something one day, when we're a lot further down the road. Now, there is something I wanted to talk to you guys all about here on my channel. Now, I know I've talked about my life a little bit before, but not really in this series. Now, as many of you know, I live in Pennsylvania. Great state, love it. I don't know, no real complaints outside of, you know, normal American complaints. But the scenery is good, it's a good time. I don't know, I've lived here my whole life. Like it a lot. But there is something that's not being really reported on anymore, and I want to get to the bottom of it. There is a big conspiracy theory going through Pennsylvania right now. Let me pull up the Wikipedia article for you guys. The Schuylkill Notes. It is central Pennsylvania. I believe it's a Native American named town, which can be a little bit hard to pronounce, at least for me. I don't know. Maybe I just have a tough time with things. I don't know. But I think I've even, like, been through here before. But it is discovered in central Pennsylvania and northeastern Pennsylvania. So think like Scranton, where the office is, all the way through the middle. Anyway, it's found in, these are notes found in food, which is terrifying. We found ours in food as well. So you open up and you get a note that looks like this. And ours was very similar. It references all kinds of crazy, scary things, and it's really, it makes you feel really unsafe. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it is definitely super unsettling, right? Here's a couple of places where they've been found before. It's definitely super reminiscent of, like, the Chicago Tylenol murders, of that they're being found in Tylenol. So nobody knows exactly where these are coming from. And I mean, I haven't seen any references of them being found inside of the packaging of food. It's like usually slipped into a box or something. Ours was slipped into the cardboard box, but it was a grain bowl, like a frozen grain bowl. So it was slipped into the cardboard, but not into the sealed packaging. So obviously that's super scary, right? Nobody wants to end up with notes in their food. In their medicines, in all kinds of packaging. Now, of the Reddit theories I've seen, there is a Reddit thread for this. And of the threads that I've seen, the number one theory is that they go through, like, they work at a packaging company, and the manufacturers, they just slip it into the things as they manufacture things and send things out on trucks. Which is like, I don't know, could happen. The other one is that they go through like a Walmart or Kroger or Target or whatever you have in your area. And they just slip into the packaging, like between the cardboard. Obviously terrifying. That's directly food tampering. That's highly illegal. So at the time I did a big deep dive, went through it. And the other day I was driving along and I thought, it just came back up in my mind. Because, this is Pennsylvania. I see unsettling things all the time. Once I saw a deer pelvis hanging from a tree. Like, you just, I don't know. You get a pretty high tolerance. But this kind of thing, it just left me unsettled. I didn't know what to do with it. Now, it's been a couple years. And there's been no progress. Nobody knows. These notes are still coming out. They're still being posted about. People are still finding them. It's still being done. Nobody knows who, or how, or why. The most popular theory is that this person is a schizophrenic that desperately needs help. And they have my greatest sympathies for that. But shouldn't we have found them by now? Shouldn't there be something leading back to them? This is a lot of food tampering, even in theory, for someone to get done, even if it's not being done maliciously, even if it's not hurting anybody other than just unsettling them. Don't we, the people, deserve to know? For that, and to not have this happen to us? Because they could be doing something far worse. I don't know. It's definitely unsettling. And if anybody in the comment section is, I don't know, an internet sleuth or anything of the sort, if they could get cooking on that or know somebody who can get cooking on that, please do. I want answers. And I'm sure hundreds of thousands of Pennsylvanians do too, because it's terrible. I've also heard of it happening in broadly the other states as well. If you want to hop on the subreddit and give it a good read, that'd be great. Nobody knows. And it would really, I don't know, I think it would settle a lot of people's fears. And also, I would like for food tampering to not be that easy. And so to know that there is some kind of punishment for that would definitely, I don't know, settle myself a little bit. Because every time I read the notes, it's so unsettling. Like, how do you find that in your food and not go, that's beyond just regular weird. On a more lighthearted note about my life, I think my brother has been training my rabbit to enter his bedroom. He desperately does not want my rabbit in there because every time, without fail, he tries to mark his closet as his territory. And if you know about rabbits and what that entails, it is... he potties in there. It's not good. We don't want him to do that. The rabbit, not my brother. Obviously, he's he's not pottying in his own closet. That would be egregious, and I would make him clean that up. But he doesn't want my little bunny to go in there. But I think he's training him to do exactly that because, okay, hear me out. Every time he goes in there, he gives him a treat to lure him out. Now, he does put things out of the way to try and, like, make sure he doesn't get back in there. But he's lurking. He's definitely plotting. And my rabbit, he is not an intelligent guy. I mean, his brain is like the size of a walnut. That's being generous. So I don't know, kind of fun and lighthearted. Anyway. Just know that I am getting some things done around here. I have been working full-time hours, so hopefully posting this isn't great. I do have a couple days off here, so it's easier for me to get one out, but summer break is not much of an actual break, funnily enough. I'm sure it's not for lots of other college students too, but whew. I don't know, extra long shifts at the hospital just doesn't... Not great. Also, I would like to be able to sleep through this rain. The fact that you cannot take naps in Minecraft whenever you want. I don't know, IRL, I could nap right through the rain. Have myself a little sleep. Maybe put some tea on. I don't know, it's cozy, it's nice. And Minecraft is just like, Like earlier today I was outside and it was like monsooning levels. Like I had my windshield wipers turned all the way up and nobody on the highway was going over like 40. Because you could not see more than 50 feet ahead of you. Even if that. Like maybe more like 10. It was tough. I don't want to be out in that. Like, the second you step out there, you're just sopping wet. You expect my little Minecraft player to just go, here I am, in my leather, in the rain? Yeah, that doesn't fly for me. Anyway, I'm gonna grind a little bit, try to get better gear than this so we can start an exploration, a little foray into the nether. Maybe get out of this rain a little bit more and genuinely do just some farming. But I don't know, I got my button gear because those guys showed up and I definitely did not need them. But it's that island's problem now. Oh, I can't step foot onto the next island. Can't break my own rules. I'm surprised I didn't get a banner, though. Normally I get some kind of ominous banner that starts taking up a bunch of space in my chest. It's not great. But good night.